Hi, thanks for tuning in to What's the Deal? So I've been shopping on Temu now for about 2 months, and in that time I've made some good purchases and not so good purchases. So I've compiled a buy-buy list, meaning buy, B-U-Y, as in goodbye, glad I bought it, and buy as in buy, B-Y-E, as in goodbye, I wish we'd never met, or more specifically, bad buy. So with that, I present my first buy-buy list, and this one features the top 10 most expensive products I've bought on Temu. To find out what's the deal with the best and worst purchase, stick around until the end. But before we start, I'd really appreciate you subscribing to my channel, ringing the bell, and if you like this video, giving it a thumbs up. Okay, on to our list. What's the deal with number 5? Coming up in the number 5 spot for a good buy, the air fryer cooking instruction magnets. If your air fryer came with limited cooking instructions, you'll find these magnets super handy. My only complaint with them is the way Temu ships in nothing more than a plastic bag. As a result, they got kind of bent. And so yeah, it got kind of wrinkled and somewhat damaged. Don't know if you can see how wrinkled it is, but yeah, so, and plus I found out that I paid probably 4 times as much for these as they were when they went on sale recently. But still, for $4.39, a great buy. And at number 5 for my bad buy product, we have the moon lamp. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing overly wrong with this, except I just don't use it. I think it would be okay as maybe a nightlight for a kid, but it made it look so big in the ad. As you can see, it's really not that large, but it is still kind of cool. I don't think you can really get the full effect on this camera, but it does look sort of like the moon. So it's cool, but again, I think I paid too much for that, considering the size. At $3.98 plus the cost of batteries, it just doesn't feel like a great deal to me. What's the deal with number 4? In the 4th spot for a good buy, we have another air fryer related product, air fryer parchment papers. After testing them out, I see how I could have saved myself the grief of staining my air fryer basket. So here's one. It feels very much like wax paper. And yeah, nicely fits in there. Okay, so I will try it. Okay, let's see how well this parchment paper did. Okay, so it appears as though the grease did stay on the paper. I'm not seeing any in the basket, so yeah, I guess they work. And at $6.28 for 100, that works out to pennies per sheet, so definitely a good buy. And number 4 on the bad buy list is a wooden puzzle. Comes in this mesh bag, but the cool thing is, like, the pieces are wooden. That's a nice feature. But also the pieces, some of them are shaped like animals. I don't know if you can see. I think there's a cat there and a crab. So yeah, to form the puzzle together, you're going to be using little shapes of animals. So it's pretty cool. I still say this would make a great gift for someone, but as the second highest priced item on today's list, it really was a luxury I don't need. What's the deal with number 3? At number 3 on the good buy list, I've got the grease absorbing pads. When I tested them, I was really impressed with how well they work. Okay, so if this grease absorber works, it should just pick up the grease and not the colored water. So let's find out. Okay, it did a pretty good job at absorbing the grease. I'm quite impressed. And as you can see how transparent it has become, is quite a grease absorber. Good job, thumbs up on this one. And at $3.18 for 50, again, just pennies per sheet. So yes, another good buy. At number 3 on the bad buy list, I've got to say the bath mat. It claims to do so much, like massage and exfoliate, but I find it does nothing but tickle my feet, and I'm not laughing at wasting almost $5 on it. Not sure, it really feels cheap, so I'm not expecting a lot from it. What's the deal with number 2? The second spot for best buys goes to the casters. At less than $4 for 4, these things have proven their worth. As you may have seen in my air fryer microwave oven combo review, I put these on the bottom of it so I could move it around on the counter to get better airflow. So far, they're working as promised. So I applied the casters that came with adhesive pads to the bottom legs of the air fryer. Surprisingly, considering these were an ultra cheap Temu product, they're working quite well. At number 2 for the bad buy, I'd have to give the spot to the anti-choking device. I'm really having doubts about this, as when I went to look up the version I bought, I got a "this item discontinued" message. That's not a good sign. And besides that, Cynthia left a comment pointing out it seems if you put it on and then push down, the air pressure would drive the obstruction deeper into the windpipe. Yikes, good point. So too many red flags on this product. Like I say, I just hope I never have to find out. But I can't remember what I paid for this, but I'll put it on the screen. It may or may not be worth it. If it saves a life, then yeah, it was worth whatever I paid. But if not, then the Heimlich maneuver may be the way to go. What's the deal with number 1? And so far, my favorite product from Temu is also the third most expensive. The Dyson knockoff fan for $10.08 is doing what it should, but I must admit, I think it was overpriced. On the charge, the hour-long charge, or the 2-hour charge, I got this to run on low speed for 57 minutes. So that I thought was reasonable. And then I tried it on high speed. So it ran for 35 minutes. So again, that's reasonable. And there's actually 3 speeds on this. And the number 1 spot for the worst high-priced Temu product, the security light bulb camera. At almost $23, it's twice as much as the second most expensive item on the list. And the biggest issue with it is Google will not allow me to download the software to operate it, saying there is a security issue with it. The security camera has a security issue. How ironic. Okay, so this smart camera, I would say it's the biggest waste of money I've ever spent on Temu, and may be my very first return. Probably will be, because yeah, it was pricey for Temu, but probably not really pricey for a security camera. So I should have known. This is definitely buyer beware. It's too good to be true. Okay, so that's it for the Temu buy-buy list of most expensive products I've purchased so far. Let me know in the comments if you agree with these picks. And again, be sure to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And until next time, bye-bye, buyer beware.